Hello and welcome to Connect2Impact here in Nashville, Tennessee. Joining us now is Lindsey McKay with Cetera. Lindsey, great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
So Lindsey, I want to start with reflecting on your experiences as WIN co-chair and a member of the Cetera Advisor Diversity and Inclusion Council. How would you describe the value of these advisor-led groups?
I mean, it's really hard to pinpoint what the value is because it gives in so many different ways. For the Women's Impact Network, we're really focused on trying to empower, develop, and inspire women. And so when you think about a group of your peers gathering with those same objectives, just how much energy that creates and propulsion for those three pillars that we're building around. So for me, it's really been great to be making those connections, but also having conversations about what are we doing differently? How are we looking to drive growth in the industry? And also inspiring women to become more involved in finances, both personally and professionally. How are we going to grow the next generation of female advisors?
A lot of incredible conversations going on here in Nashville right now. You traveled quite a ways to be here. Why did you feel it was important, and why were you so excited to take the time out of your schedule to travel to Nashville and participate?
Well, first, I love Nashville. It is such a fun destination. So always a great time when you come here. But if you think about the past couple of years where we haven't been able to gather as much in person, you really reflect and realize how much you gain from those in-person interactions. It's the ability to catch someone as they're walking past you and have a quick follow-up question or asking what's inspiring them, what are they doing differently, and really just that networking opportunity is what drives me the most to travel. But these conferences are unique because when you get a room of really talented and aspirational women together, I mean, there's nothing like it. So we really carry that energy and continue that momentum as we're launching the Women's Impact Network. This is just the beginning, and we want to make sure that we take the excitement that we've built for this event and carry it through to our calendar of events that we have planned for next year.
And one of the many important topics here at the event has been how to have an impact and influence the future of our profession. So would love to hear your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, that's something that's actually really personal to me. I'm fortunate enough that I had a father that was a financial advisor, and that's how I got exposed at an early age. But even when I went to school and studied finance, no one there was studying to go into the field of financial advising. Everyone was interested in corporate finance, investment banking. And so we really want to kind of start the conversation at a younger age about this is a really wonderful career opportunity and career path to go down. And part of the Diversity and Inclusion Council's objectives, part of Cetera's objectives, part of the Women's Impact Network objectives are all to say, how can we get women interested at a younger age? And that's why we had Maura Cunningham from Rock the Street be our guest speaker this morning. It's so inspirational, the work that they're doing to get high school students more engaged, again, personally, just understanding finance, but then also there's a really wonderful opportunity to create a career path.
And you personally recently affiliated with Cetera Advisor Networks. Would love to hear more about what went into your decision and how Cetera has been a meaningful resource to you.
And change is always hard. So I think it's something we approach with hesitation. But one of the things that was really exciting to me was the fact that there's a lot of new resources that our broker-dealer previously hadn't been able to jump to the level to provide, primarily on technology. There's a lot of resources around marketing and growth strategies. So it was originally what I found intriguing, but now that I've been here, it's really that access to leadership and the way that they listen and take to heart the things that I need in my practice to continue to grow the way that I want to. And while the answer is not always immediately yes, they do a good job of listening and helping to find solutions to meet the needs that we have.
And based on your experience, what would you say to advisors who are in your footsteps, beforehand of considering making Cetera their new home?
Just like anything else, it's really prioritizing what's the top of your list of things that you need. And as I said, Cetera really delivers on the front of technology, not just the way that we internally function, creating greater efficiencies and access to new resources, but also the way that the client is able to access their information. They're doing some really exciting things on that front. So if technology is high on their list, as I said, having a voice. Not only are we able to directly access leadership and express some of those challenges and frustrations or even wants that we're looking for, but also these communities where we can be able to gather and be able to share the thoughts that we're having and come together to say, what's the want the future to look like, not just for our own practices, but for Cetera and for the industry. The commitment and support that I've seen from the Diversity and Inclusion Council and the Women's Impact Network gets me really excited about everything that's to come for Cetera.
And you've put pen to paper, Lindsey, in terms of sharing your thoughts and your advice. Congratulations on your book, and love the title, The Envision Method, How Smart Women Get Savvy About Money. Could you share more?
Sure. It's really kind of fills in with all the themes that we're talking about here. I wanted something that would allow women to feel like they have a greater understanding of personal finance. And that's not just investing. It's how to create a stronger foundation, understand personal finance, and really address the path or trajectory that you're on so that you can realize some of those inspirational or aspirational goals while not having to worry. And so when we think about the pillars that we have in the Women's Impact Network, empower, develop, and inspire. That's really what I was driven to do with this book. I want women to know they already have the knowledge. It's just focusing on and saying, what are the key areas that I really need to pay attention to? It's not the entire investment world. A lot of it's just those key fundamentals. Develop some knowledge around areas where they feel like they might be lacking, making it digestible and easy to understand. You know, we have a lot of jargon in the industry, so if we can strip that back and make it clear and easy to navigate, I think that's helpful. And then inspire them. As I referenced earlier, money should be something that allows us to do more and create opportunities instead of feeling something that prevents us from access or creates restrictions. And so really making sure you have that basic foundation covered, so you know you have that sense of security, you're confident in being able to meet those needs, then you can really start to think about the endless possibilities that there are.
And live your best life.
Exactly, yes.
Well, Lindsey, thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was wonderful.
And thank you to everyone watching. Once again, that was Lindsey McKay with Cetera. I'm Jenna Dagenhart with Asset TV.